All right, we're live.
Nice. We did it.
Favorite Edgar Wright movie? Go.
I mean, I can only think of, was it Hot Fuzz and Scott Pilgrim? Because I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
think
gonna
he was
say
Shaun of the
Scott
Dead as
Pilgrim.
well, was he?
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was.
Okay. I'm still going to stick with Scott Pilgrim.
And The World's End.
Oh yeah, The
Oh,
World's
yeah.
End. Yeah,
I forgot that even existed.
You know, the Cornetto trilogy. They're all great.
yeah. Scott Pilgrim, definitely.
I gotta go Hot Fuzz, and Scott Pilgrim is close behind it.
Hot Fuzz is really good.
It's super funny.
Yeah.
It is great. I like all of them. Shaun of the Dead's probably my least favorite, but I still like it quite a bit.
What was the name of the show
feel
he
like-
did again?
Spaced. I've
Yeah.
never seen it.
I love that
That
show.
also
That show's
had
great.
those two on it.
It had them playing
Simon-
Resident Evil 2 for a scene. It was pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Simon worked in a comic shop, I think?
I think he was an artist, wasn't he? A comic artist.
Oh, no, you're right. That's what it was. He was a comic artist.
All right. But yeah, so Baby Driver. I'm looking forward to that. Gonna see it probably tomorrow.
Yeah, I hear good things about it for sure.
Yep. I'm supposed to go with my work for our like summit, but that got postponed. So I'm like, I'm tired of waiting. I'm going to go see this movie myself.
Nice.
Yep.
Should be good.
But in other news, happy Splatoon 2 day, everyone.
Yay!
Yep.
Did everyone get their Splatoon 2s?
I did.
Splatoon.
It's
Come
waiting
on.
here for an update.
Mine's in my Switch.
Yeah, you were playing it before we went live.
Yeah, I played about 30 seconds of it. So I'm probably not going to talk about that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Paul, when you get a Switch, you're going to get Splatoon 2?
No, probably not.
Why is that?
Because I never got Splatoon 1, so I don't know why I would bother with 2 either.
Oh, like you're just not interested in Splatoon?
Not at all, no.
But you're a squid kid. Is it a kid or is it a squid?
I couldn't care less.
Okay, well, Inklings, get a squid kid amiibo.
Sure.
Um,
Do you get an amiibo with the game, or is it sold separately like the other one?
sold separately.
Yeah, makes
I
sense.
think I think there's only been like 2 or 3 games that came with an amiibo, right?
Yeah, the only one I can think of is the Chibi Robo right now. But I know there was
Mario
a few
Party
others.
10.
Chibi Robo, Mario Party 10, Animal
Yeah.
Crossing,
Animal Crossing.
whatever.
Yeah.
And fuck, what is it? I'm blanking on it right now. Cat and Toad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that's
did
right.
it?
I think it was like a little after the game came out. They actually made amiibo bundles.
Okay. Because I have Mario Party 10 and Captain Code, but digital, so I didn't get either of those. Where did I get my Kirby amiibo from? I think they may have sent it with Smash, but that was
They
not a
did.
bundle.
Because I remember you talking about it.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
And the Tom Nook amiibo was $1 at Best Buy. So that's how I got that one.
Nice.
My two amiibos.
Nice.
Yep. All right, what's been up with you guys in the last week? Paul, you've been gone for a couple weeks. Do anything exciting?
Yeah, I worked a shift that I hate for a person I don't like. So that was
Ooh.
fun.
But money, right? That's exciting.
It's not extra money because I didn't do it on top of my shift. It was just a shift change. So,
Ooh.
Oh.
yeah, so it's a bummer. It was a bummer, but it's over. It's all done with. And I'm sick, which is why I keep muting my mic because
Okay.
I am having coughing fits. I think it's just a normal flu or like cold or something, but it hit me pretty hard in ways that sickness doesn't usually. So I was going to say, like, I'm not going to do it, but I felt better today because yesterday I felt like garbage. Like, yesterday was really bad. I actually called in yesterday because I couldn't go to work. I just felt terrible.
That makes me think it's a flu because a
Yikes.
cold usually can't knock you on your butt.
I mean, it can.
Yeah.
It depends, but
Yeah, sicknesses don't usually get to me too hard, but when they do, they, like, hurt
Sure.
really bad.
I
So,
totally get that. I got another sore throat last week. That was exciting.
jeez.
Luckily, this one just kind of went away after a few days without any meds. But I don't. This one was weird because it was like up in my throat, not like my tonsils. So I don't know. John, what's wrong with you?
I had to leave in a week.
Oh, where are you going?
I'm going to Hamilton for Con Bravo, so I'm not going to be on next week's podcast.
Okay.
And
cool.
which means I'll probably get sick from that podcast, from that conference, and then miss the week after's podcast.
Great.
Oh, great. Thanks. That's cool.
So I'll see you guys in 3 weeks.
You'll give us your Splatoon 2 impressions this week.
My impression is it takes a long time to download the patch.
Really? Mine was like 3 seconds. And I know your internet's better than mine.
Yeah. Right now I got something else downloading on the Switch, and it says there's 55 minutes remaining on that. So I think the Switch network might just be having a little hiccup.
What are you downloading on the Switch?
I grabbed something in the eShop.
Okay.
I've already Implosion. It's a indie hack and slash kind of game.
Okay, yeah, I have not heard of that. But apparently it's huge. It's like 18 gigs, and that's why it's taking so long.
I'm beginning to wonder.
Yep.
Actually,
or it's just a virus.
I knew it. I've already destroyed my Switch.
Yeah, there you go.
It got real angry. I put those yellow Joy-Cons on it, and now it just doesn't want to run anymore.
Oh, did you get some Splatoon 2 Joy-Cons?
They're ARMS ones.
Oh yeah, okay, green and pink, right?
Oh, you're right. I forgot those were even coming out. Like, are those even? Actually,
sure I think they're out. I just remember because all the Splatoon 2 branded stuff looks like miserable. Specifically, that Pro Controller is one of the ugliest things I've ever seen.
I like the design on it, but you're right. Like, the arm grips is really weird.
Yeah, just each different color. Like, that's horrible. I don't like it. How many Joy-Cons do you have now?
6, and I'll probably only be getting one more set and then stopping.
Really? What if they come out with a super cool color that you like?
Then I'll be sad.
You're not gonna get it? What if they come out with your favorite color and your second favorite color?
I mean, they already did. It's red and blue.
What if they do like a gold and silver one? What if they what would it have to do to get you to get more than like 4 sets?
Waluigi themed.
Waluigi themed. All right. So would it have to have like Waluigi on it, or could it just be purple?
I mean, it could be purple.
And they'll say it's Waluigi.
Purple, and maybe like put the upside down L on it.
Okay.
Kind of like what they did with the themed Wiimotes by the end of the Wii U life cycle.
Sure. Okay. I doubt they'll do that, but that would be interesting. Okay, well, why don't we do a...
those Joy-Cons are not out till fall.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, even in America where we have everything?
It says Joy-Con pair, neon green, neon pink, autumn 2017. But I know the Joy-Con, the Pro Controller is out now. My local EB got one.
Okay, I can get a Splatoon 2 case right now. I can get the Pro Controller right now.
Mm-hmm. Where you can get the Pro Controller now? That's still got it in stock.
Amazon.
Oh, of course.
And I got Prime shipping. I could get it Monday if I wanted. I could spend $75 right this second to get this ugly controller. It's also $75. Okay, I can't get it through Amazon, but I can get it through Amazon third-party sellers for the Joy-Cons, and I could get them sometime next week. So it says.
I'm looking on Amazon.ca. It says Japanese imports, and it says 158 Canadian.
Actually, those are Japanese imports. So they're in Japan right now, I guess.
Which makes sense. Splatoon's real big in Japan.
Yeah, Splatoon's pretty big here too.
Way bigger in Japan, though.
Yeah, I could see that.
Oh, yeah, and you're right. I can just get the Pro Controller off of Amazon if I want to drop $100 on another Pro Controller.
Oh my god, that is ridiculous.
I'm happy with the Pro Controller I have. I think the Pro Controller is a real good controller, but $100. Oof.
Yeah, and that's what you paid the first time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. No, thank you. Okay, well, yeah, let's do a podcast. This is the Top Down Perspective for July 21st, Splatoon 2 Day, 2017. Yay. That's how you remember it.
Yeah. S Day.
It's the Splatoon 2 spoiler cast. The electric light guy is missing. Same with Callie.
Zapfish.
Zapfish is missing. There's your Splatoon 2 spoilers.
Damn.
That's as far as I've gotten in the game. John is here. Paul is here. I'm here. Sean is here. That's me. All right. Paul, you've been gone for 2 weeks. Have you been playing any games?
Yeah. I beat a game about 2 weeks ago. I was going to talk about it last week once I parsed my thoughts on it a little bit, but I wasn't here. So I played Get Even. I don't know if either of you have heard of this game yet.
No.
Okay, so Get Even is a Bandai Namco published game from The Farm 51, who I don't know what else they've done. I think they did Painkiller, one of the Painkiller games anyway. I don't know which one though. But the game kind of builds itself, looks like a horror game.
So I'm on farm51.wordpress.com, and this seems to be something about feeding third world countries.
Okay, that's nice.
I found it. He's right. They did Time Ace, Necrovision Lost Company, Painkiller, Hell and Damnation, Deadfall, Adventures, and Get Even, and they're apparently working on World War III. Thank God someone is.
Yes. Yeah.
Are you sure it's not Farm 51 Fair, VV Pickles? This was 4 years ago.
Yeah. Apparently they were also outsourced for The Witcher 1 and 2 Worlds 2.
Oh, weird. Okay. Yeah, they did okay in this game, I think. It feels like a new-ish game. I think they probably used Unreal. In fact, I'm pretty sure they used Unreal to make this game. It kind of looks like Condemned when you look at the screenshots of it. There's like screenshots of a dude in an asylum or somewhere creepy with a phone that's like looking at evidence as to what's going on here. And it turns into a giant mindfuck and a shooter. Like, it's more of a first-person shooter than it is a horror game, which kind of surprised me. The shooting feels okay. Nothing that, like, I would write home about, but I feel like that game tried to do some neat things and kind of half-assed a lot of just basic gameplay functionality. Like, there are parts where you're supposed to kind of stealth through a bunch of dudes to get to a memory or whatever, and you like unlock the memory to see like what's going on. You're trying to find out
stealthing through a dude, am I right?
Stealthing through a dude. You're the whole premise of the game, the first level is you're in this area with a factory or like an abandoned warehouse. You go in, you're not really sure what's going on, but the game's kind of tutorializing you how to like sneak past dudes, how to find evidence with your phone and all this sort of stuff. And then it all kind of gets to the end of the road. Basically is a girl tied up with a bomb strapped to her, and you're like trying to like disarm the bomb, and then it blows up, and then you like wake up again.
Oh, spoilers.
Then you wake up again, and you're trying to piece together using these weird like mental imagery and stuff what exactly happened, who put her there, why, and all this sort of stuff. And there's a huge like turn at the very end of the game that I didn't see coming, but I didn't care either. I didn't think it was a great turn. Like, when it happened, I was just like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like, I don't fucking care. Let's just finish this game, because I was already tired of playing it. It has
but if you're invested, it's a good surprise?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't see how you could be too invested, because it's really basic tropey story. Like, the way that they start feeding it to you, it makes a really good first impression, and you're just like, oh, I wonder what this means, and I wonder what this means. And then it does the heavy rain thing of there's a lot of red herrings that don't matter, and that's the interesting stuff. So the interesting stuff are the red herrings, so I didn't care about what was actually going on. Like, I don't know. It's hard to talk about without just saying what the story is, so I'm not going to, but basically it's a huge letdown, and then it ends.
So it's not good at all?
Yeah, it's fine for the first while. Okay, the way this goes is when you wake up, you're in a mental institution, like a rundown mental institution, and you're being led through by a guy named Red over monitors through the institution, and you're looking for evidence and reading papers and stuff like that and kind of piecing together what the story was. But every now and then you get to an area where there's a picture of a memory, like another stage, sort of, you focus in on the picture and you get transported right to that stage or memory. Then you have to play through that stage and find out what the actual story is, and then you get the mental asylum is like a hub world, and that's the most interesting stuff. So I would say about half the game is boring bullshit, but like it's enough to keep you wanting to go on because you want to see what's going on. And then you find out that like the stuff that's going on in the hospital might not even matter at all, or it may. It's weird. It's hard to piece together what's going on while you're playing it, and it's even harder to piece together when you're done, because there's an ending dependent on if you stealth past all of the guards and stuff in the game, or if you shoot your way through any of them. And I just shot my way through them because stealth mechanics don't work. Like, it's not like Dishonored where if you crouch in shadows, there's an indicator that you're hidden and you can like sneak by guys. It's just kind of like, am I in their cone of vision? Kind of like Metal Gear, but their cone of vision is random, it seems. Like, if I'm not in it, but yet they still saw me, and now everyone on the full level is alerted, and I can't get away. Like, it's just poorly done stealth mechanics in first person, so I just shot my way through. The shooting seems okay, though. You have a corner gun, which is kind of cool. You can, like, flip it to the left and right around corners to shoot. So you're not...
That sounds cool.
That's the thing, is that they give you this cool stealthed gun that, like, you put your cell phone in it, like the model in it, and then that's your like view reticle for when it's around the corner, and like it has thermal vision and all that sort of stuff. So they kind of like make it where you want to shoot dudes, but then there's a whole ending dependent on you not doing that, and it's weird. I don't know.
What's better, corner gun or curved bullets from Wanted?
In video game, corner gun. In just like watching cool shit, curved bullets.
Okay.
Curved bullets sucked in that game. I hated doing that shit.
No, it was fine. The guy would be in cover and you could still hit him because you could like curve it up and over.
It was stupid.
I think I played through that game twice.
Yeah. It was okay,
like on
that
each
game.
console. I somehow had both copies of it.
Oh. Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't even know how that happened.
Anyway, yeah. It's a story-based shooter where the story's kind of lame when you find out what's actually going on, and it just mechanically isn't very good, but it's not bad. It's probably like a 6 out of 10. Like, it's a little bit better than normal, but I wouldn't write home about it. After that, I've been playing Salt and Sanctuary, which is made, as John will know, by Ska Studios.
The Charlie Murder guys.
The Charlie Murder guys, and The Dishwasher is the one I played. Yeah, that's the one I played. I didn't play Charlie Murder.
Charlie Murder was basically River City Ransom.
Yeah. It's very much in that style. It's like dark and gritty. It's very obviously a ripoff of everything that Dark Souls and the Souls games do, but because it's not 3D and it's 2D, they focus more on platforming elements. Whereas like Dark Souls focuses more on 3D combat because that's what it is. This focuses more on, you have like an air dash at some point, and you have like unlock ways to move around the levels and kind of feel like a badass that way, which I appreciate. It's kind of cool that way. I would say it feels Metroidvania-y, but it seems more linear than that. It doesn't seem like a giant open world where you go, like you can just go
like
everywhere.
You're not backtracking a bunch.
You are, but not really. Like, you keep going. It's kind of like Dark Souls in the way that you have, like, shortcuts back to a main area, like a hub area, and then you go off in a different direction that way. So there is a little bit of backtracking, but it's done in a linear way. The only thing I could say about it is it's 2D Dark Souls. Like, that's what that game is, just straight up. So, it's cool. It's fun. Challenging in a way that I don't think is... I don't know. It's challenging, but not in, like, a fair way sometimes. And I think that's just due to it being 2D and them trying to do, like, neat things with boss fights. I think it's a little bit ambitious for what they try to do in 2D, and it doesn't always work out. But it's, like, every challenge I've been able to get through at some point, so it's not too bad. It's good. Okay. I like it. Okay, this next game I actually got a code for the other day, so I've been trying that out. It's called Shadowbug, And this is an iOS and Android mobile game that came out late last year, but it's coming out on Steam in about a week. And it controls the way you would expect it to. You have your mouse
What is it? I don't know what to expect.
Shadowbug is kind of like a platformer where you don't jump. The way you jump is by clicking or tapping onto different enemies in the background at like certain times. So I'm trying to think of what it's like that way. It's kind of hard though. Like if say you're going on an even platform and then there's a pit with spikes at the bottom of it, but there's a dude on the other side, you click on that dude to jump to him and kill him to get across that pit. Like there's no jump button, it's just moving left to right.
It's kind of like Sonic, where he has like the homing attack,
yeah,
when
kind
he's,
of,
like,
but that's the only mechanic.
All right.
Yeah, that's the only mechanic, and they build the stages around that in like a puzzly way. So it's a puzzle platformer with that mechanic, and it works really well. I think it would probably work well on mobile as well, because you only go left or right and then tap on things.
It looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
There's also like a Shadowbug Rush by the same people.
I didn't see that one at all. I don't know what that is, but I'm guessing it's an endless runner or something. But yeah, Shadowbug is cool.
Yeah, maybe the Rush is free.
Oh, okay.
And it looks a lot more like they're doing more jumping than they were like pushing crates and stuff around.
Sure, yeah.
Maybe it is some kind of endless runner.
Yeah, probably. Anyways, that's coming out on Steam next week on the 28th. It's probably going to be about $5 or whatever it is on Android and iOS.
It's $4 on iOS.
Yeah, it'll probably be about the same on Steam. It controls really well. It's very obviously made for PC because it's up-res. You can do, I think you can do 4K resolution on it. So, like, they obviously redid the assets or made them, like, as vectors before, and they were able to resize them. So it looks really, really good at high resolutions, which is a thing not all mobile games do. So it's worth the money if you wanted to check out just a very basic little platformer. Each level has 3 things you can get, trophies or whatever they call them in. The first one is just beat the stage. The second one is do it under a certain time limit. And the last one is collect a certain amount of points. And there's like orbs in the level that you can get for points and do all that. So there's some replayability.
Is there any kind of like multiplier, like you get a combo going if you like don't fall, or?
Unfortunately not, and that seems like a wasted opportunity for sure. I was thinking about that earlier today too, because it really does feel like some of these stages were designed for you to either go in with speed or point collecting in mind, and I think that would have been a nice eloquent way to make it so you could do both by like having a multiplier. But yeah, it seems like a wasted opportunity for sure. It's cool though. I recommend it if you want something like that. And the last game is The End Is Nigh. I don't know if.
All right, now I've been hearing a lot of super mixed things about this. This is the latest Edmund McMillan game, so this is Super Meat Boy. I'm glad he's a creator.
Sure.
And this is also like kind of Super Meat Boy-y, right?
See, that's what I thought going in, and when I saw a video of it, I was like, well, this looks like fucking trash, and I got mad about it. Then I bought it to try it out, and you have to think of it more like a collect-a-thon with I Want to Be the Guy sort of gameplay, where it's one big world that you go from screen to screen, not like an overworld to go to stage 1-1 or 1-2 or something. It's like one giant world that connects. So,
it's getting good reviews. It's like 87 on Metacritic.
Yeah, and it's a masochistic platformer where the emphasis is on you trying to collect these tumors that are around the world. And there's a reason, there's an end game reason why you need to collect those tumors, because it's kind of split up into like 2 halves. I have beaten the first half, and I'm about halfway through the second half right now. This is kind of my podcast game, though. Like, you don't have to listen to anything that's going on in it. You don't need sound. It's just mindlessly, like, this stage is a pain in the ass, and I need to get this tumor here. So I'm just going to work on this for like an hour while listening to a podcast or watching some YouTube videos or something. So that's what I've been using it for, and it's fantastic for that. If you go into this wanting to play like Super Meat Boy, you're going to have a real bad time, because the fidelity of control isn't as good. There's no wall sticking. It's all very much about you finding the perfect pixel on some jumps and like it's aggravating as fuck in some cases because it doesn't feel like it's possible sometimes, and then you do it and it feels really good. It's one of those games. So
is this only on PC?
Yes, as far as I know.
Okay.
But I think
it is coming to other systems. I know there's confirmed for Switch.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I do believe it's coming to other systems. So yeah, it's a slower down Meat Boy. It's almost more like a Gish, but that controls well instead of like shit. Because Gish is terrible controlling. So if you just imagine that game, that's kind of what this is.
What about sweet music? Because Meat Boy has sweet music.
It feels a little bit lazy in that regard, just because it's remixes of classical music. So they didn't even like get a dude to do the music for the game. They just kind of found a bunch of remixes or got people to do remixes of classical music, which is fine.
Okay, but no original music.
No, not that I have seen so far.
All right.
To be announced for both PS4 and Switch.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, it's totally fine as a time waster game, but it's aggravating in a way. It's aggravating and feel it's unfair in a way Meat Boy wasn't because of the control and being able to like jump on walls and stuff. This is very much about you always go the same speed left and right, but you can push a button to go faster down to like slam down kind of like a Tetris piece or something quicker. And you can hold a button to like edge to go off a ledge and kind of hang off ledges. So there's a lot of times where you have to catch the ledge where a spike is as well. So if you don't get the perfect pixel grab on that ledge, you die or you fall and die. Like, it's aggravating that way, but yeah, it's okay. I don't love it. It's a time killer, which is what I've been using it for, and I think it's good for that, but I wouldn't even recommend it, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's all I've been playing.
Okay. I'm going to say what I've been playing because it's going to be pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
I finished The Room 3. I just wanted to mention that game has multiple endings, which is kind of interesting. And it makes sense because I was definitely finishing some of those chapters and I still had items. I didn't know what they were for. I'm not going to go back and play it again because I'm kind of good with with the amount of time I put into it. But that's cool that it has multiple endings so you can do other stuff. I'm playing that new Professor Layton game.
Okay.
It came out this
Layton?
morning. This morning or yesterday? Yeah, yesterday.
I've been
yesterday
seeing
morning.
tweets about it today, so I don't know.
I think it was yesterday morning, actually. I forget the actual name of it. It used to be called Lady Layton. Now it's called
Catriel's Adventure or something like that.
It's called Layton's Mystery Journey. Catriel and the Millionaire's Conspiracy. So this is on phones. It's $16, I believe. Which, expensive for a mobile game, but quite a bit cheaper than a Professor Layton game. And it's 100% a Professor Layton's game. Except, there's no Layton. You play as Layton's daughter, Catriel, as well as a talking dog and her assistant. I've put about 2 or 3 hours into it, and it seems like as opposed to one big mystery going on, you do a bunch of different cases. You're a detective, and so it's smaller cases. I've only finished the first one, and it took, like I said, about 2 or 3 hours. I'm assuming they might kind of tie together near the end, since it does have a title like the Millionaire's Conspiracy. But so far it seems fine. It definitely seems like a DS game they put on the phone, and it's not as streamlined for the phone as well as it could have been because they kept kind of a lot of the DS stuff there. Like, for example, like when a cutscene happens, you're holding a portrait for the game, by the way, and when a cutscene happens, it just goes landscape. So you have to rotate the phone, or you have to tap on it and choose to stay in portrait, and in which case the video will be a quarter of the screen big. So
that's weird.
Which is, that's how I have it set because I was getting tired of constantly rotating my phone when I was on the train. Other things, you can't just tap on the stuff you want to look at. You have to. They split this phone into top and bottom screens like the DS, and instead of being able to tap like, oh, I want to talk to that person, you have to drag your finger along the bottom screen, which would be the DS's touch screen, so that the magnifying glass goes on top of the person, and then you can tap the person, on the bottom screen. So similar how the 3DS works, where they wanted all the cool stuff up top because it was 3D, but you had to interact with it on the bottom screen, which was always just kind of annoying. Whereas they could have just had it in landscape the whole time or portrait the whole time and let me tap where I wanted to or drag my finger around where I wanted to drag it around.
Seems kind of lazy.
Yeah, it definitely kind of feels lazy. Like they basically kind of did the minimum they needed to put it on the phone. It doesn't even autosave, which I feel like you kind of need that for a phone. Like on a phone, I'm going to take that and play 5 minutes. I'm going to put it away. This one, I have to hit a hard save, which is in between conversations, and it's a Layton game, so there's lots of long conversations. Yeah, it's kind of just the bare minimum what they did to get it on here. I'm still enjoying it. Is it easier?
Because women are smarter than men, so lady...
Oh, I see. No, it's about the same, I guess. Again, I've only played about a little bit. I've only done like maybe 10 or 11 puzzles.
Lady
but it seems
just
about
has
the
like
same.
a button to solve it right away without you having to do
She just
anything.
knows it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Women's intuition or something. I don't know. I saw someone on Kotaku wrote an article about saying that the puzzles felt easier and weaker than typically.
I mean, they also said that about Layton Cross Phoenix Wright.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't even remember the comparison. They all kind of feel the same to me. So I'll say I'm enjoying it. Like it's a good enough port. I love having it on my phone. That's great. Because these games should be on the phone. Like, why not? Like, I love when they put the Ace Attorney games on the phone too. But I kind of wish they had just spent a bit more time making it phone specific. Maybe that will come in the future. I don't know. This game is coming back to 3DS later this fall. I'm assuming that's gonna be $40, and I'm assuming all the in-app purchases will just be like unlocked. Because on the phone you can purchase outfits for Ketriel.
They confirmed like there's like all in-app purchases are going to be full blown or released.
So if you want to buy different dresses for her, she'll wear different dresses. You can buy a Professor Layton outfit, and she'll wear like the top hat and stuff, which is kind of fun. I didn't buy any of that, but I think if you're a Layton fan, getting a new Layton game for $16 is great. And now you don't have to carry your 3DS around with you. You can just play with it on your phone. So I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time with that. That'll probably be what I'm playing for a while. I'm curious how long it is. I wonder if it's actually like, usual 20 hours or what. And then I played a real game, not a video game, Cube. This is like a backyard game, an outdoor game.
Yeah, it's the throwing sticks at each other thing, right?
Similar.
What?
Yeah. So let me explain Cube. You're not throwing them at each other. You set up these blocks, 6 on each side of your field, and then you take these long cylinder blocks that are they're like sticks or whatever, and you have to horseshoe style, so underhand, throw them to the other side of the field in order to hit your opponent's blocks down. There's a king block in the middle that if you hit, you lose. You have to hit it at the end, so it's like the 8-ball in pool. What gets interesting is when you knock over one of the blocks, the team has to throw the block back onto your side, and now you get to walk up to where that block landed and continue throwing. And the opposing team has to knock down any of the field blocks before they can attack your original 6 blocks. So there's kind of a strategy to like, do I want to throw it far so that they can't move up much, but then it's going to be harder for me to clear them out? Or do I want to throw it short? So I played this on the weekend, and this is like perfect summer game. It was like nice and warm out. It was in the evening. We had like a boombox going. Cube's a ton of fun if you're into, horseshoes or what's the one where you throw the beanbag in the slanted
bean toss?
No,
bag toss, beanbag toss. Oh yeah,
cornhole. Yeah,
There's
if you're into
name for it, I can't remember, but yeah.
I'm sure beanbag toss is good enough too, and everyone knew what that was. So
sure.
So I picked that up just on Amazon. I think it was like $45 or whatever. And if you're looking for a cool social outdoors game, Cube's a lot of fun. You need kind of a big play space though, because it's like 5 meters by 8 meters, I think. So you definitely need like a field.
Yeah, this picture I'm looking at is 5 by 8. Yeah.
Um,
Are you throwing taking turns throwing sticks? Or are you all throwing at the same time?
one side throws all of theirs, and then the other side gets to throw back.
Okay.
And you can put more people on either side. Like we were playing, like 2 people on each side, so we split it. Like, hey, you throw 3 of them, and then I'll throw 3 of them. So theoretically, you could play like 6 on 6, and everyone gets to throw 1 stick before the next team gets to go. But you can play, one-on-one as well. I think it's actually easier if you play one-on-one because you kind of get like a feeling for like how you should be throwing, and you can kind of dial in your throw. Because at one point we had 5 of us, so my team had 3 against 2, and it was like, all right, I threw 1 throw. Oh, it's a little to the left, so I need to adjust. Throw another one. Well, that's it. I can't adjust anymore. And we actually did pretty bad, whereas the other team was able to have like 2 adjustments. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that's Coop, and that's all I've been playing.
Cool. All right. I went to a friend's house on the weekend, and we did a Link to the Past randomizer race. So this is where all the items and chests in Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past for Super Nintendo are completely randomized. So you can do things very, very out of order, and you can in fact skip a lot of stuff as a result. Like
even the main items, like the boomerang and stuff.
Yeah.
Is there a way to get it so you can't progress anymore?
No, they've actually designed it so that you can beat the game.
Okay.
You just have to realize where the chests are.
Okay.
So there's a shovel digging game where there's always an item. It could be something important. There's a bunch of chests that normally have money and bombs in one town. Now they might have the sword and the silver arrows and the flute and stuff like that. You might find the flippers by going into a dungeon and just finding them there. It's really cool, but sometimes it's frustrating when you're I don't know where to go next. I need this specific item so I can continue.
Right. Yeah.
It really tests your knowledge of the game, but it's actually really fun.
Did you beat it?
Yeah, I got 3rd place in the race, and it took me just a little under 3 hours to finish. 1st and 2nd place were just a little under 2 hours. How many
people were doing this?
5.
So were you guys doing it all at the same time, or did you guys spend 15 hours watching?
No, we were all in a living room, and we were all playing at the same time.
5 TVs.
I was on my laptop.
Okay.
Another friend was on his computer, and then the other 3 were on TVs. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it was fun.
I just remembered another game I played, but I'll wait till you're done.
Sure. We did another race after that. We tried a blind race of a game called The Firemen, which never came out over here. You play as 2 firefighters, Dave and Danny, I believe, or something like that. And you have to. It's Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, and there's this chemical plant on fire, and you have to go in and save people and put out the fire. So it's like a top-down action firefighting game. It was fun.
Okay.
Each boss is just a different version of fire. No, it was unfortunately just single player. Apparently the sequel is multiplayer, but we never got that over here either.
All right. Is it a dual joystick shooter but against fire?
No. You move around top-down controls, up, down, left, right. And then you had 2 different ways of using your water. You could shoot straight forward, standard hose attack. And then you could either strafe with it, or you could just when you turn, it turns around with you. And then there was also, you could just use spray to get stuff on the floor.
Okay.
So low flames you could just spray and get rid of, but high flames you would just use your normal hose. And the whole thing takes place in one building, and you have harsh time limits on the stages and stuff like that. I don't know. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it.
All right.
The game ranks you at the end of the game too, based on how much of the fire you put out in each stage, how many civilians you found, and stuff like that.
You said the boss was fire?
Yeah, the first boss is a big flame with 4 smaller flames around it, and once you've damaged the flame enough with water, it'll shoot those out at you.
Okay.
Another round, it's a robot that's on fire, and you just need to destroy the robot.
Okay.
Just stuff like that.
What's the final boss, do you know?
The final boss was a massive flame with 6 other flames that would shoot out different types of flame attacks.
Okay.
Some of them could send out homing fireballs. The others would just shoot along the ground and light the floor on fire, so you had to spray it so you could move around. I don't know. It was honestly super fun.
Cool.
Other than that, I played Skullgirls a bit with some of the mods on my stream. It ended up going up on stream on Saturday, and then a bunch of us were just like, "You just play some more Skullgirls offline." So we've just been playing a bunch of matches.
Skullgirls look so nice.
It looks real good, and I haven't played it in a while, so I didn't realize they'd added even more characters.
I only played that and briefly. They put out an iOS game.
I heard that's really good.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I just didn't feel like getting like super invested into it. But like it looked and played pretty fine, and so.
Yeah, apparently there's like, I didn't realize this. There's 2 male characters in the game now. I thought they were going to stick with all female.
I didn't know it was only female, but okay.
For the longest time, it was like when the game first came out, there were only female characters, and then they added Big Band.
Big Band is one of the first characters you get in the phone one.
Okay. And now they've added Beowulf.
Okay.
Who is like a wrestler, and like he has like a steel chair and everything that he does moves with.
All right.
And Robo Fortune, which is a robotic version of Miss Fortune, one of the normal characters. And apparently they added some April Fool's joke, which they just kept in as a real character too.
Cool.
So yeah, there's way more characters than I remember. I guess Eliza and Squiggly are also. There's just a bunch of extra characters. I think they added 6 DLC ones in total.
Yeah, I don't know how many there are. I saw maybe like 6 for the short time I played with the iOS one. The iOS one is free, by the way, if anyone's interested.
I may have to look that up, but if it's iOS only, I can't, obviously.
I actually, it's probably on both. I just know it's iOS, so I've been saying iOS.
Okay. Other than that, we've been playing Grand Theft Auto 5. We've been playing GTA Online specifically.
Okay. Are you doing crazy stuff?
Yeah, we Reese wanted to stream it the other day, so we ended up doing like a bunch of those crazy stunt tracks and stuff like that. The ones where you like drive up a mountain and then you like fall off a ramp and have to make it to the bottom without dying. But apparently there's like a bunch of like Hot Wheels-esque maps now, like where you're driving around in tubes up in the sky.
I can
with all
see
like
it.
speed boosters and stuff like that. We've also been doing some regular missions too, like some shootouts and deathmatch and stuff like that. And it's been real good so far. We're just playing through it.
Heists?
Yeah, we started doing one of the heists, and we got stuck on one, which because it was like 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. in the morning, we wanted to stop.
Sure.
There was one where I had to fly around a helicopter and blow up a bunch of fighter jets trying to blow up someone else who was in an airplane. And we had to survive while we were waiting for 2 people to break into prison and break out someone. And then they would get in.
Awesome.
It actually is really cool. Like everyone had the specific jobs they had to do, and like you're all ranked on how well you do and stuff like that. You can dictate how much of the cut you get for actually pulling off the heist and stuff like that. It was real cool. We're definitely going to be playing more of that.
I'm pretty sure that thing makes them like so much money. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think we're each getting 100,000. Or
no, I mean
Rockstar.
I'm pretty sure GTA Online makes so much money.
Rockstar apparently, or sorry, GTA 5 rather, still sells like in the top 5 or 10 for the NPD, and like most other places, like monthly. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That is the most evergreen game ever at this rate.
Maybe Minecraft?
Ooh. Maybe. I feel like there's more
on more systems.
That's true, but I feel like it's cheaper to buy Minecraft, and I feel like there's more DLC and stuff in Grand Theft Auto.
Really? Than Minecraft?
Maybe paid DLC.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. That's iffy.
So.
You know what? A case could be made for both on that one, I think.
I just got an Xbox One S, and it came with a copy of Minecraft, so I've given more money to Minecraft than Grand Theft Auto 5.
Touche.
All right, is that it?
That's it.
All right, let's go on to some news. Do you want to do this first one? Because I actually don't know what it was. You left it here last week.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought people had looked up a bit more on that after. There has been some rumblings around the indie game scene because there have been DMCA takedowns filed on Starmazer, River City Ransom Underground, and Death Road to Canada now. I think that's come up to light since. River City Ransom Underground. I think that
was there last week too, because I think we talked about that.
River City Ransom Underground has also been pulled from Steam as a result. I don't know if it's come back up since, but at the right now it is down.
Is this
and they're
the
in
crazy lady who says you stole my music?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I do know about this then. Yeah, and it's not even hers if I remember correctly, right? Like.
Well, so she wrote the music for the games, But she was on a contract where, as a result of writing the game, she doesn't have the rights to actually own the songs.
Sure.
So all of her takedowns are fake takedowns. So she's basically abusing the system.
Yep.
But unfortunately, the DMCA system on most of these sites has to work in a way that they take it down first, then they reinstate it later if it's fake, because otherwise, then like they can get sued.
I think that's how like YouTube does it too with your videos.
Yeah.
If you get a complaint, even if it's fake, your video still goes down until it's like determined fake.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember Alex Maurer is the person.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
This is the girl who wrote the music?
Yeah. So she was contracted for a bunch of these. I believe in the case of River City Ransom Underground, like they paid for someone to do it, and then he hired her as like a subcontractor.
Okay.
And now she's doing this or something like that.
Huh.
So like it's been real weird. Like Star Mazer and River City Ransom videos were getting pulled from YouTube. I think maybe Death Road can as well. I'm not 100% sure on that one. But like it just became like this whole clusterfuck, and she managed to get the game taken off Steam. Apparently now they're just straight up getting a new soundtrack for the game, so they don't have to worry about this ever again.
Yeah,
that's so weird. That brings in like archivist questions about like what is this the original game? You know, which version are you playing? I'm playing version 2 with the different soundtrack. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I get why they're doing this because like they don't have the money to do a legal battle like that.
I totally get it. Hey man, freelancer life, I bet is super cutthroat.
Sure, but she just fucking killed her career doing this.
Oh no, she will never get a job again.
Have fun at Walmart.
I don't like. Why I saw some stuff saying that maybe it was like mental problems, like she needs psychiatric help. But I don't know.
Are you sure that's not just like asshole internet people? Though?
That sounds like it's someone like an asshole just being like she's probably mentally unstable.
One of the notes I originally read about it said that like she straight up admitted herself that she needed care.
Oh.
She was arrested at some point for self-harm and stuff like that, and then let go the next day, and like a bunch of stuff like this. Apparently she's currently getting sued, I believe, by the guys from Star Mazer because of all this. Yeah. Having provided music and sound effects for Imago Software Star Mazer, she filed complaints about the use of her work in follow-up Star Mazer DSP and its marketing. Again, she also took action against YouTube videos and Twitch streams featuring the title and her music. So that's why I've been avoiding streaming any of those 3 games lately.
Sure. Yeah.
Which Death Road actually came up as an option. I was like, we shouldn't.
Call.
Imagos is currently.
I feel like most of the stuff we're saying is we don't know for sure.
Mm.
So I think take it with a grain of salt. Just kind of global comment. Like for all we know, maybe she had a case and someone maybe one of these games was kind of screwing over her. I don't know. Which would apparently suck.
Apparently, what people have been saying, people have actually like shown like contracts and receipts for paying her. So like people that she's been claiming have not been paying her have literally like, we have proof. Here is proof.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it might be a mental thing, and now it's compounded by people giving her death threats because the internet does that when they don't like a person. So I'm sure
that'll help.
Yeah, I'm sure her life is actually ruined because of this. To be honest. That's good.
Imago's currently got a restraining order against her, so she can't file more DMCA claims against Star Mazer DSP and its related work.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And the River City Ransom Underground devs are confident it'll return to Steam soon, and it's still available on Good Old Games otherwise.
I was just going to ask, were all 3 of these games taken down or just River City?
Just River City.
Okay, and it's still down at the moment. All right. Okay, well, on a happier note, Need for Speed Payback is coming out this fall. Everyone's excited. If you pre-order it at EB Games, you can get exclusive Platinum Blue tire smoke.
Oh.
What?
Can I get a car? If I pre-order it, will they give me a car?
Maybe like a fake car in the game, but who cares about the car? Exclusive Platinum Blue tire smoke.
This is why people were making jokes about tire smoke in GTA recently. Now it makes sense.
Are you excited?
Oh my god!
Now I am.
That's so stupid.
Sweet tire smoke.
That's so stupid, dude.
That is the most platinum of blue. So yep, go to EB Games right now, pre-order it.
Platinum Blue Tire Smoke is exclusive to the Platinum Car Pack vehicles.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Which is like 5 vehicles apparently according to this list.
Yep. I don't know why this pre-order is $100. Oh, because this is Australia, so.
Oh, okay. I was wondering that.
Yeah,
too.
that would explain that. All right.
All right. I'm most certain we can get it too, so don't worry. It's not just for the Australians. Yeah, that's just your public service announcement. You're welcome. I know you didn't want to miss out on that. The Ataribox, they've shown some pictures. There's 2 versions. It looks like there's a black and red one, and then fittingly a black and wood grain one.
This is small. Like holy crap. Okay.
Is it? Where does the size on it?
It doesn't matter. I can see the port types and that they take up that much of the back. That's a small thing.
Okay, based on that, it looks like it might be a little bit bigger than a Switch.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
So they say, so it has like 4 USB ports, Ethernet port, HDMI. They say it will be delivering classic gaming content while delivering current gaming content. I think I also heard they're going to be looking to crowdfund this thing.
Oh, good.
I thought it already was on crowdfunding.
Maybe it's already on crowdfunding.
I'm gonna look it up.
Ouya 2 inbound.
Hooray.
Here's from the press release. We know you are hungry for more details on specs, games, features, pricing, timing, etc. We're not teasing you intentionally. We want to get this right. So we've opted to share things step by step as we bring Ataribox to life and to listen closely to Atari community feedback as we do so. Boys, what do you want from your Ataribox?
Old games.
Games.
Like built in?
No, I could have to download them. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
What is wrong with like Steam?
What do you mean?
Atari wants to be relevant. That's exactly what they're trying to do. That's all this is.
Can't you download these games already?
Probably. I'm sure most of them you can.
Load up your Xbox 360, turn on Game Room. Jungler.
I like.
Does that even work anymore?
I'm fine with Jungler too. I don't know if you can turn it on. I'm assuming so. That would seem weird if you didn't have access to those. There's no new games, obviously. That was such an interesting thing they were doing.
It's a shame that it never really took off.
I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to assume the Atari box is not going to take off.
That's a safe limb to be on.
Yeah.
If you guys were going to buy one of these, which version would you get?
Oh, I'd probably get the wood grain one.
I would do wood grain as well. Really?
Yeah.
All right. Explain your guys' reasons.
Because it's just like the old Atari.
Because I like the other one better.
I'm going to go wood grain because there's nothing in my entertainment cabinet that is wood grain. Everything else looks like the new one.
Right.
Anyways, a lot of people are saying, hang on. It has an SD card. Sounds like a set-top Android console to me. A Shield and Ouya. Yep. All right, well, that's the thing. Is anyone looking forward to this?
No.
Nope.
Neither. Okay, that Switch app is live. It was live like 3 days ago. They mentioned it was going to come out when Splatoon came out, but they lied because it was out earlier.
Oh no!
I can't get it to do anything Splatoon 2 related, but I understand you can like look at like costumes and stuff for your characters. Have any of you turned this on?
No, I haven't downloaded this because I think it's really stupid.
Well, how else are you going to invite people to games?
Through the Switch?
I don't think you can do that.
Really?
I'm pretty sure you need the app.
Oh, that's really stupid.
Well, don't worry. When we get to the next news story, it gets even stupider. Anyway,
Great.
So when you turn on the app, it's like just one screen that says invitation list, and then I guess you're supposed to invite people that are like online in like an online lounge or something. Anyway, and then it says game-specific services, and right now the only thing there is Splatoon 2. Then it has like a list of things that theoretically you could do with this. I don't know why it won't let me. All I can think of is I need to get further in Splatoon 2 before they'll let me do anything with this, but it seems weird.
Maybe?
They would I don't know. It is tied to my Nintendo ID, so it would know. Anyway, but yeah, you should be able to like... So I understand. I guess in Splatoon 2, there's like every day there's a new costume you can purchase or something, or a new series of clothing, and then with the app, every hour it refreshes, so you can get access to new clothing. However, if you choose one, you have to redeem it in the game before you can select another one, so you can only do it once at a time, which is weird. Anyway, to make things even weirder, so that voice chat stuff with Splatoon, someone went through and explained how it works. The app has to always be on.
Great.
So if you get a text message and you select the text message, you can no longer chat with your friends. You have to go back into the app. Luckily, I think it will. Does the screen have
to be on? Will it run with
Yes,
that off?
yes. The screen also has to be on.
The screen has to be on, yep. Yeah. Luckily, it'll like hold your spot, so when you go back, like you'll immediately be in the same room. So I guess it's not the worst it could have been, but this is still garbage. You also can only chat with people who you're currently playing with, who are on your team that are in this lobby. So, for example, let's say you and your buddy, you're both playing Splatoon 2, but you're doing different things. You can't chat with each other. Another scenario. Let's say you and your buddy, you're playing Splatoon 2, you're playing 1v1 against each other. You can't chat with each other.
I'm going to use this as an opportunity to say to go to discord.gg, download the client on your phone and on your desktop, and join TDP. While you're at it. There you go.
Yeah, this is just going to give Discord way more business, honestly.
Yeah, this is probably the best one. So you're playing this, you're having a great time with your buddy. You got your headphones in, you got your voice chat going. You cannot hear the game audio and the voice chat audio at the same time.
But what if I want that, Sean?
Is there any
way?
Yeah, you got to buy the Splatoon 2 splitter thing that we showed, that they released months ago. Remember? And there was the one that was like, this is to the dark timeline if Link loses. That was a great picture, by the way, for anyone who remembers that picture. But yeah, you need to buy some kind of weird splitter thing so that you can plug both your phone and the Switch into it so that it can plug into one headset. It's kind of like a reverse splitter, if you think about it. Whereas the splitter would let two people listen to one device, this is so you can listen to two devices, because somehow that doesn't just work. Or you could get earbuds and get two pairs of earbuds, and put the left one from earbuds 1 in and the right one from earbuds 2 in. They did mention that in this Kotaku article, so that's probably like your easiest way to go about this.
I'm wondering when they made the Switch, why they didn't make it so you could just use Wait, you
can just end there. Why did they didn't just make it
why the 3.5 millimeter jack is only stereo and it doesn't have the mic capabilities that every phone on Earth does?
Because every phone already did it.
I'm sure it was an afterthought.
Maybe it's probably like keeping costs down. I don't know. How would I sell you on this idea? You put earbuds in, you got the game music going, and then you put headphones on top of those earbuds.
I've done that before, actually, streaming.
Yeah, I've done that with recordings.
That's standard.
Just do that. Sit down for a nice, fun Splatoon 2 time.
I mean, all I'm saying is that's not weird to me. That's fine, kind of.
This is the dumbest thing. It is
pretty stupid.
It's so dumb. There is absolutely no reason you should be using this app. And yeah, like you said, go to Discord, go to Skype. Yeah.
Discord on mobile works flawlessly, in the background while chatting.
Oh yeah, you can change the app and everything, and it's all good.
Yep.
All right, perfect. That's great.
There you go.
This is so stupid. Thanks, Nintendo. It is so crazy how bad that is. Okay, San Diego Comic-Con, early Telltale announced 3 new games they're doing. Walking Dead, the final season, it's called.
Okay.
It's probably good. I didn't play that last season, New Frontier or whatever it was. Wolf Among Us 2, which I'm actually excited for. I thought Wolf Among Us was really cool. And a sequel to the Batman one, a new Batman one, which is also interesting. That Batman game was pretty interesting, actually. So I'm interested in like 2 out of 3 of these. We'll see if I play the Walking Dead one.
Yeah.
The Xbox Creators Collection was launched. This basically took over Xbox Live indie games. It's only available to preview members. Games currently available. Looks like there's 6. Whispers in the Dark, Stereo, Aereo, Animal Rivals, Space Cat, Solitaire HD.
Yes.
Which I guess is free for 20 games, and then it costs $4.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I fucking hate Windows's Solitaire. They do the same thing. You have to buy the
Who's
premium.
going to play more than 20 games of Solitaire?
Me. I love Solitaire.
Anyone over the age of 50.
There you go.
Thanks, John.
Anyone?
I appreciate that.
Yeah. I'd probably play maybe like 10 games tops of some kind of like twist on Solitaire, and then a new twist on Solitaire comes out, and I play that one.
Like, let me just put to you what happens before Enda's and I came into my life. Is I like to sit down and just listen to talk radio and podcasts and stuff and play a game. I used to play the Solitaire one until it kept pestering me for like $6 or whatever per month, and like giving me ads every game or two that blasted my ears.
Isn't the Windows 10 one like you have to subscribe to
it's a
Solitaire?
premium service, yeah. So what I did is I spent $10 on Solitairica on Steam and haven't looked back.
Solitairica, it's so good.
That was
the right solution.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is people should buy that instead of give Windows money for that. Yeah,
easily. Derelict Fleet is the last game on that list. 2 of these are free, by the way. Space Cat's free. I don't know what that is, but
based on the name, I'm interested.
I wonder if it has achievements.
Yeah, that's a good question.
This Xbox thing does not, Xbox website, but when I say thing, does not tell me. Oh, here's some reviews. It's a lot of 1 stars.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Worth the short amount of time it takes, 4 stars.
Okay. It sounds like Xbox indie games where it's going to be a lot of shit.
I would like to read out the description of Space Cat, if I may.
Please do.
Yeah, please.
Shoot your way past an onslaught of enemies and bosses. Collect weapon upgrades like missiles, bombs, laser beam, and much more.
Fuck, laser.
Do a barrel roll. That's the description of Space Cat.
Oh, I get it. It's a reference.
I know.
Oh, it's done. Okay. I actually opened up the thing. It's done in that Star Fox style. Okay. I see.
Yeah, wow, this is very wanting to be Star Fox. Holy cow.
Yeah, it is, for
Oh,
sure.
God.
It kind of looks okay, honestly, for like a free
All right,
thing.
I'm gonna read one review. This is by Max.
Okay, Max.
He reviewed this yesterday.
Okay.
Subject line, possibly the worst game on Xbox.
Wow.
All right, here we go. It is the worst garbage I have played on Xbox.
Wow.
And not in an ironic soda drinking simulator way. I give 1 star instead of 0 because this someone's baby. No matter how ugly and deformed that baby was born.
Oh man, that's
the
fucking
story
deep.
skeleton could be reworked into something worthwhile. But for now, get drunk and laugh at how bad it is ×3. Or maybe it's that weird face. I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably that weird face. That anime
story
people
skeleton
do.
needs to be reworked. All right.
Good review.
So the Creator Collection is live for people on the preview program.
Yep.
Okay. Last is a bunch of announcements that happened at EVO. I don't know how big these are to some people. Thank you for whoever it was that sent these in on the Discord. I'm just going to read off them, just the headlines, and I'll tell you if they're important to us or not. Trunks is now in Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Drop the mic.
They did it.
Yep. Future Trunks is here. That is the best character. We can basically go into questions at this point. Actually, along with that, there's going to be a beta for Dragon Fighter Z on July 26th. 9 playable characters. Because they announced 2 more, Piccolo and Krillin. I don't know who wants to play as Piccolo or Krillin. But you can play as one of them if you want to.
I want to play as Piccolo.
Really?
Not Krillin, but Piccolo. Yeah, Piccolo's a great character.
Piccolo's all right. Krillin's not cool.
No, I agree with you on that.
All right. But Future Trunks is where it's at. I think we can all agree that Future Trunks is the best character in Dragon Ball Z. Are you guys going to play the beta?
What system is it on?
Well, let me counter with a different question. Does it matter to you? You have them all.
Okay, I'll ask you then. What system is it on?
July 26th.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Also, I realized it does matter because my PS4 doesn't have internet.
Oh.
Why not?
Or it does, but the internet's spotty. It's just in a low Wi-Fi area.
Oh, okay. Dude, you got to put an Ethernet cable in that, man.
I got nowhere to run it to.
I think it's Xbox One, PS4, and PC.
Okay.
Which would make sense. That's all the games. That's all the stuff it's coming out for. So we can all play it. We should all play it.
Okay, Sean, we will.
E3 game of the show. Okay, what's this one? All right, these are fighting games I don't follow. Abigail revealed for Street Fighter V.
Okay. He is a character from, I believe, Final Fight 2. Maybe 3.
Yes, he originally made his debut in Final Fight in 1989. So maybe the first
he's
one?
from the first one. Okay, never mind.
The first one. What else happened here?
Oh, his battle costume is dope, though. Like that.
Geese Howard from Fatal Fury enters Tekken 7.
Hell yeah, this I was actually excited about.
Okay, is Geese cool?
Yeah, Geese is like the English-speaking, ridiculously overpowered final boss of like most of the Fatal Fury games, if not all.
Okay,
but he's also a ridiculous character because he's like so many counters and projectiles and stuff like that. He's just really fun.
And the last one is some crossover one for Arc System Works games. Looks like a lot of anime stuff. So Blaze Blue and I think Persona.
Yeah,
I didn't watch
Persona character fighting a Blaze Blue character.
Apparently, Ruby is also involved in this, the Rooster Teeth series. You need to double check that. I gotta find the podcast list.
Yeah.
Okay. There's the news. Did any of you guys watch Evo?
No.
I watched the Smash 4 finals and a little bit of the Street Fighter 5 finals.
Was it awesome?
It was good. It was a good watch. Okay. But then, like, everyone in our group decided to go watch Game of Thrones instead.
Ah, yes. All right, let's do some questions. Paul, do you still remember where people can send questions in?
Nope. TDP podcast on Twitter, topdownperspective@gmail.com, Facebook, topdown perspective, John's P.O. Box, and the Discord.
Ooh, which reminds me.
Ooh. All right, well, while John sets that up, I'll read this first one from Jordan.
Okay.
I just broken up with my girlfriend. What's the best advice to get over it, and the best advice to be able to enjoy the things that remind me of her?
Time and get rid of everything that reminds you of her.
Get rid of everything.
Yeah, just everything. Time. It's always just time.
It's super cliche, but it's definitely time. Time definitely works. I hang out with friends as much as you can, just to get your mind off it.
If you have a job, work extra overtime, make extra money. Just keep your mind off of it as well.
Just stay busy, right?
Yep.
Yeah. What about you, John? Any go-to methods? Eat a pint of ice cream.
The best to get over it?
John's never been dumped, so he's a
no. I totally
here.
have. The problem is bad memories are coming up. Is what is happening right now.
Yeah.
God, what the fuck did I even do?
Alright,
My problem was I went on a road trip like immediately.
That sounds perfect.
No, because
That
I had
sounds
to put
bad.
up with someone. I had to put up with someone who likes to push my buttons as a result, and I was not in the mood for said thing.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So I
That's
was
just-
basically,
Hang on. I think the road trip is still a good idea. That's just a shitty friend.
yeah, road trip was definitely the right thing. Yeah, I'd say like go somewhere to clear your head.
Yeah.
Hang out with friends more.
Yeah. Yeah. And you could even like, I'm not saying like go for the pity vote, but they'll totally understand if you just be like, hey, I just need to like hang out with people because you know this happened, right? And they'll be like, yeah, let's do it. Because that's what friends do.
I mean,
I think-
decent ones.
Yeah.
So-
Except John's. John's friends, apparently.
Apparently.
I think it goes without saying, like, play a lot of video games.
How long was
Just-
this road trip? Like, how many hours?
No, like I flew. It was a TRG trip.
Oh,
So I flew down to Atlanta and then stayed at Emil's place for like 2 weeks.
I thought maybe you drove to like Halifax or something. Like,
No.
Like,
Look,
a road
I
trip sounds
already
like
did the
really
drive. I did the drive from Newfoundland to Alberta once. I never want to do that again.
yeah, fair enough.
play lots of video games. You know that RPG that you've had on the back burners for a while? Now's the
Yeah.
time to play it. Now's the time to break into it. There you
Yep.
go.
Yeah, exactly. Just keep your mind off of it. All
John,
right.
are you ready to grace us with your question?
I will. Did we answer the other half of this? Like, what's the best advice to be able to enjoy the things that remind you
Oh.
of them?
Time. You just have to wait it out.
Yeah,
All I can think is
I was
time.
gonna be real. Like, you can't. That's just how it works. You're gonna be reminded of it for a long time till eventually it just.
And you're gonna
it
be
stops.
mad and sad, and you're gonna be super shitty, and then it'll all go away and it'll be fine again.
Here's the thing I've noticed. If it's something that is important to you, you'll just
Sure.
go back to it
Yeah.
and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like it might suck a little bit, but like for example, maybe your thing was every Friday we went to the movies or whatever. If going to the movies on Friday was so good to you, eventually you're just going to want to keep doing it.
Sure.
And it's going to happen. So
Yeah.
if you still can't get to it after a little bit, it probably wasn't that big of a thing anyway.
Think about the shitty things she made you do that you don't have to do anymore. That's what you
Focus on
counter it
all of her
with.
flaws.
Yeah, exactly. Hate them as a human. Seethe forever.
Jeez.
All right, John.
All right. I have 4.
Whoa.
Oh,
From different
shit.
people?
All the same person, unfortunately.
No, that's fine.
Fortunately.
There's no unfortunately.
Well, no, because half of this is just gonna be a sheet of paper that has Undertale written over it like 30 times
yeah,
again.
okay.
All right, I'm opening these in no particular order, so these may be completely out of order.
Okay.
In fact, literally, as I said, one of them is literally just the words Undertale over and over again.
I mean, it's commitment. All right. This is his
July.
thing.
This says July 3rd. You know the rules, and so do I. And then it's just all the Game of the Year entries for Undertale.
That's pretty good. Good intro.
One of these 4 has some actual heft to it as a letter, so I'm going to assume that one has some actual substance. So we will read that
It's
one
just
last.
they put some dirt in that because they're angry.
My
Yep.
luck.
Don't actually
right.
do that.
All right, letter number 2. 26th of June. We're no strangers to love. In fact, he's just sending one line from Never Gonna Give You Up so far in
Okay.
each of these.
All right.
Letter number 3.
Man, that wasted paper though.
Yeah, just a little bit.
It's been. He did this since the beginning of the year, though, right? 7 months.
He spaced them out. He started doing them like every 2 weeks or monthly, and then
As
I mean,
Homer
this is
said,
still
good
some
thing
commitment.
jokes never get old.
Hey, man, I gotta applaud this commitment.
Yeah, but it's old.
19th,
Like, it's actually
19th of
just not
June.
funny.
19th of June. Well, Undertale PS4 happened, and Paul said it's cool to nominate for Game of the Year, so let's update my continuous spam. You can leave these unopened until the time comes. Well, it's a shame I opened these in the wrong order.
Oh,
I guess
Weird.
that does count. It does count.
I'm just gonna
Yep.
delete it when he submits it.
No, it's allowed. You can't just delete
I mean
it.
specifically this one person.
Oh, I see. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's fair, but I mean, I can't stop
not
you.
fair.
So
Oh, here we go. Yep, there we go. Well, my March letter and my March and April letter both haven't been read on air yet, and I don't know if it's because of Canada Post or you getting sick and tired of my shit. Either way, in my last letter, I explained that I'm just going to end this off here. So long, and thanks for all the fish. I'll just go back to the regularly scheduled Undertale letters, now printed.
Good. Fuck
okay.
off.
Why was the one? Why did the one have heft?
Because there's 2 letters.
Oh, there's 2 letters in it.
May total. John said fuck 3 times, shit twice.
Oh, this is the last one, right?
Yeah. Sean, fuck once, shit once, total of 2. Paul, fuck 36 times, shit 27 times, total of 63. I removed Game Salty since I think I was being a little trigger happy on what qualified, but Paul had a prey rant that probably would have qualified.
Yeah, probably.
Grand total 40 fucks for John, 14 shits for John, 1 dick, 55 total. Sean, 6 fucks, 7 shits, no dick, 13. Paul, 152 fucks, 107 shits, no dick, 259 total.
Damn, no dick.
That's half a year of swearing.
That's very impressive, actually.
All right. Who sent that in again so we can thank them?
They don't say.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Oh, thank you, person.
Apparently, they've also sent in an attendance record sheet.
Oh, nice.
What?
Okay. That's actually interesting. At least it's something new.
John, so far this year, John has missed 6 shows, Paul has missed 2, and Sean has missed none, which I'm going to call bullshit on that, because didn't Paul and I do at least 1 show, if not 2, while you were gone mountain climbing?
Yeah, maybe he must have said that in before I left.
Yeah.
When did you? Yeah, that was in July, or June you left, right?
Early June, yeah, it was the first episode.
Yeah, these go all the way up to May, the end of May.
Okay,
Yeah,
there we go.
Okay.
Interesting, all right.
Others, if anyone cares, John's transportation stories twice, Paul talking about Resident Evil 8 times, Sean talking about Professor Layton or Ace Attorney twice, the Video Game Museum got mentioned once, Sean's PS3 never got mentioned at all.
Oh, wow.
Awards! Awards! You guys have endured listening to this long enough, so here are some awards for you guys. Sean Cleanest Mouth Always on Time Award for literally swearing 1/20th of the time. For literally swearing 1/20th of the times that Paul does. You've never said fuck organically twice in the same episode. Also, you were in every episode until the end of May, although if I was tracking longer June, that would have been broken. John,
you go to Wikipedia or IMDb in the trivia section, and this is where you'd find sort of like fun facts.
Sure. Yeah, fun facts.
John, the Single Dick Malcolm in the Middle Award. For calling Sean a dick and for no one else using that category. Also, you were the middle of basically every category for every show, hence Malcolm in the Middle.
All right.
Paul, the Fuck Resident Evil Awards. 2 awards intentionally formatted. For saying fuck way too much and talking about some Resident Evil every episode in January and February / every once in a while. Sean's PS3, the F Award for not even getting mentioned once outside of answering these letters.
That's pretty good. That's clever.
And then the actual Game of the Year Undertale entries are there too.
Yeah, of course they are.
Thank you, mystery person, for basically giving me a lot of envelopes I now have to throw away.
Yeah.
Recycle, you mean, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Paul, do you want to take this next one?
Yeah. Kalman wrote in and said, do you have a shower / bath or take a shower / bath?
Take.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about this. I think I'm on take, but I think I usually just say, I'm going to shower.
I'll usually also say grab. I'm going to go grab a shower.
Grab a shower. Sure. I don't think I'd use that one.
Here's the thing, is that to me, my brain, take a shower and have a bath. So it depends what you end it on for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to have a bath.
I can see that.
I'm going to take a shower.
I just don't really take baths ever. It's just always showers.
Yeah.
And I think I usually just don't have either one. I'm usually just, I'm going to go shower.
Sure.
So go shower, I'm going to shower.
Or grab a shower, yeah.
Maybe jump in the shower.
Yeah, there's that too.
But I think usually if I was just quickly saying like, hey, I'm going to go shower. Yeah, it's go. Yeah. I guess go is mine.
Sure.
One. But if I had to pick of these 2, it's take.
Yep, I agree.
All right, last question. Krazoa Ghost, I guess. How do you guys like the games in today's generation? How do you guys like the games? Or were games better in the 90s, 80s?
Seems like a loaded question.
You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say certain genres were way better in the 90s, but Otherwise, the majority are pretty better now.
Okay.
I liked RPGs, mainly JRPGs in the 90s because they were fucking completable.
Sure.
But now, like most other genres have like improved considerably.
Do you think that'd be different with your age though? Like you just have less time to play RPGs now.
I mean, that's also a thing too.
Yeah.
But like RPGs are also like 10 times the length now. It feels like half the time.
Sure. I'm just gonna default and be like this generation because I can play those old games too.
Yeah,
that's true. Like the old generation is still alive.
Yeah, it's like every time the sun rises, that's now the new best time to be playing video games.
Sure,
that's deep.
As I've heard from, I stole that from a different podcast. I'm just gonna say that, but it's true. Like all those games are still there, and I don't really subscribe to the whole like when they reboot something, it just makes the original bad.
Yeah.
So
I like the limitations of 80s and 90s games where not everybody could just make one in their basement. Not everybody could just publish it and have it out there. And there were things,
and then Max reviews it and just like rips it to shreds.
Well, developers had to like think of clever ways to work within limitations instead of just doing walking simulators all the time or like asset flips on Steam. Like, I think there's a lot more garbage these days, but the good stuff, I think, is way better these days than the good stuff back then.
Sure. All right. That's going to do it. If people want to send questions in for next week, it's topdownperspective@gmail.com, @TDP Podcast on Twitter, the Facebook group, Discord, John's P.O. Box.
As we just showed.
Yep. What is your guys' games of the week?
Dalton Sanctuary.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
I'm going to give it to Coob.
Coob.
Nice.
Yep. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll be back or some of us will be back next week.
Sweet.
Bye.
Bye.
I won't. Bye.